Hello everyone, greetings to all. I am Professor Sandhya Kishore Salve, serving in Rate Shikshan Samstha Satara's Chandrarup Dakle Jain College of Commerce, Shri Rampur. Here we are going to discuss the subject or topic called Business Management, mentioned for second year of BCom, compulsory subject under the Choice-Based Credit System Pattern 2019. This is the content of the syllabus of Business Management. Under this content, we have 4 units total altogether need to be studied under third semester. The unit 1 stands for management. Second unit will discuss understanding management, planning and decision making. Third topic or third unit highlights the management at workplace, and the fourth topic discuss the result orientation, that is direction and teamwork. Chapter first all deals with the basic concepts of management. Management highlights the basic conceptual meaning of the term management. Its natures, process, level, functions are discussed in detail. Contribution of management thinkers is added to get well acquainted with the history of management. Meaning of management. Before going to the meaning of management, take a close look at the society around you. You would find the existence of several organizations. To mention a few, the business organizations that produce goods or services, hospitals, religious and social institutions like charities, schools, colleges and universities. All these organizations exist to achieve predetermined objectives. They affect our lives in many ways. Though there are vast differences in their functioning and approaches, they all strive to achieve certain objectives. It must also be noted that organizations cannot achieve the objectives effortlessly. They are achieved through systematic efforts. Several activities have to be performed in a cohesive way. In the absence of systematic and cohesive performance of the activities to achieve objectives, it is no wonder that the resources of organizations would be underutilized. As such, it is the function of management to facilitate the performance of activities such that accomplishment of the objectives become possible. Definition of management. Management is understood in different ways by different people. Economists regard it as a factor of production. Sociologists see it as a class of group of persons, while practitioners of management treat it as a process. For our understanding, the management may be viewed as what a manager does in a formal organization to achieve the objectives. In the words of F.W. Taylor, management is an art of knowing what is to be done and seeing that it is done in the best possible manner. According to Henry Fayol, the father of modern management, management is to forecast, to plan, to organize, to command, to coordinate and control activities of others. Fitner says management is a problem-solving process of effectively achieving organizational objectives through the efficient use of scarce resources in a changing environment. So management encompasses a wide variety of activities that no one single definition can capture all facets of management. Need for management study. Why to need the management? The good management or expert knowledge is needed in all organizations. When we study management, we insight the way the boss or peer behaves. To be familiar with the internal working of organization, to increase the efficiency and effectiveness of the overall organization, study of management is must. Every product or service rendered in the market is produced and affected by organization. So these organizations require skilled and trained managers. Management offers challenging, exciting, creative opportunities for meaningful and fulfilling work. Successful manager receives monetary rewards. So therefore, need for management is a must. Management is needed in order to facilitate a coordinated effort toward the accomplishment of an organization's goals. Nature of management. The practice of management is as old as human civilization. In fact, much of the progress of mankind over the centuries may be attributed to the effective management of resources. The practice of management is not new. It has been practiced for thousands of years. So nature of management. So management is said it is not only an art but as a science and a profession. So when we call it as an art, it refers to the know-how, the way of doing things to accomplish a designed result. Effective practice of any art requires a thorough understanding of the science underlying it. When we say science, management as a science, any branch of knowledge to be considered as a science. Unlike the pure and exact science where the results are accurate in the case of management, management has emerged a systematic body of knowledge with its own principles and concepts based on research, analysis and observation. When we call management as a profession, these are the days when we hear a lot about professional managers and their contribution to the economic development of the nation. So when we say management being as a profession, it is a separate body of knowledge. It can be learned through the formal education. It is a competitive and specialized service provided in the industry, and scientific attitude and commitment for innovation and upgradation is always there, being a profession. Process and level of management. The level of management, the three levels of management that are commonly formed in any organizations are lower level management, which we call it as a front line. Second is the middle level management, and third is the top level management. Let us discuss from the bottom. First is lower level management. It is the lowest level in the hierarchy of management. The jobs of these positions are entry level positions as operating employees. Generally, they are the foremen, supervisors, superintendents and inspectors and so on. Middle level management, which includes managers who work at levels between the lower and the top level, constitute the middle management. Departmental heads, regional managers, zonal managers and so on fall in this category. They report to top managers. Their principal responsibilities are to direct activities of lower managers who implement the organization policies. Top management constitutes the highest level in the management hierarchy. This is a policy making level in any organization. This level constitutes a small group of executives like board of directors, chairman, managing director and the top functional heads. They decide the enterprise objectives, policies and strategies to be pursued to achieve the objectives. Functions and process of management is almost the same. When we call it as function of management, parallelly it is a process of management. Among the various approaches to the study of management, the process approach has gained wider acceptance. It is because this approach lays emphasis on what a manager does. Henry Fayol identifies 5 functions: planning, organizing, commanding, coordinating and controlling. For the purpose of our study, we shall confine the discussion of the following 5 functions, namely planning, organizing, staffing, directing and controlling. Let us have a look about the first function named planning. Planning is looking ahead. It is a preparing for the future. It involves outlining a future course of action. Planning makes the things happen. Therefore, it is needless to say that in the absence of planning, things are left to chance. Planning is unique in that precedes all over the managerial functions. It involves deciding the objectives and formulating the policies and procedures to achieve them. Effective planning provides answer to the questions like what to do, how to do, who to do, and when to do. Planning is a function performed by managers at all levels. Though every manager plans, the plans developed by different managers may vary in respect of scope and importance. The next function is organizing. Organizations achieve objectives by using physical and human resources. When people work in group, everyone in the group should know what he or she is expected to achieve and with what resources. The 5 resources, which are commonly known as the 5 M's, they are the man, money, material, machine, and method. And these are to be placed and put together at a right time, and in a right manner, and at the appropriate way to achieve the objectives. The third function is staffing. Organizing process results in the creation of a structure with various positions. Staffing involves manning the various positions of the organization. It includes manpower planning, recruitment and selection of the right people, training and developing them, deciding financial compensation, appraising their performance periodically. However, some processes of the staffing are performed by personnel department and the rest is managed by the human resource management department. For example, recruitment and selection, training and fixation of salaries, etc. is done by human resource, and performance appraisal on the other hand may be done by all managers. Next function is directing. Once plans are made and the organization is created, the focus shifts to the achievement of objectives. This function is called by various names, maybe directing, leading, motivating, actuating, and so on. It basically involves directing or leading the activities of the people. The manager directs the activities of his subordinates by explaining what they have to do and by helping them perform it to the best of their ability. The next function is controlling, very important, and the last function. Planning and controlling are the two functions are closely interrelated in that while plans specify the objectives to be achieved, control as a managerial function facilitates to know whether the actual performance is in conformity with the planned one, so that in the event of deviations, appropriate corrective measures could be taken. In the absence of adequate control mechanism, unexpected changes in the environment may push the organization off the track. Thus, controlling implies measuring the correcting the activities to ensure that events conform to plans. That is why planning and controlling are often described as twins of the management. I hope this video lecture has been played a supportive role in learning the basics of management. Thank you.